Hey everybody, thanks for coming to watch my first official vlog. I was asked to review the FABFITFUN Winter Box 2017, and first of all I have to apologize. I have a fancy smancy new camera and my awesome audio mic for my radio show, and I did the actual unboxing of the FABFITFUN box and I found out that my audio and my video weren't linked. So until I get that figured out, you're just kind of doomed to deal with my camera phone. So I apologize. I did already unbox it, and as you can see, I'm already using my products. So instead of it just being like a shock value of the unboxing, I'm going to go over each individual product and tell you about the stuff that I've used, what I haven't used yet, what I loved, what I didn't love. There was a little bit of both. So I think it's going to be a more in-depth vlog than just the unboxing. Oh, this is so cool. So FABFITFUN, as you can see, is a quarterly subscription box. You know, we women love subscription boxes, don't we? I think that for me, it's a little bit different just because I review a lot of the products that are in the boxes. Sometimes I review the boxes themselves, but it's sort of like treating yourself, I think. And it's like you are getting a surprise, but you're the giver, right? Like you're giving it to yourself, but you don't necessarily know what's going to be inside. So it's really kind of a neat way to treat yourself once a month or once a quarter with just a little something to give yourself some self-love. I mean, I think that's really what the biggest draw of these boxes are, is that it's a surprise and it's from you to you. So when it's something that does like offers something more than just a cosmetic, or it's like a self-improvement or a self-loving kind of a box, this is a really cozy box, by the way. So there's a lot of self-love in this. It feels extra good. So I'm really excited to review this one for you and kind of tell you everything that was inside of it and what my take was and my overall opinion of FABFITFUN. I was really hesitant at first to sign up for this just because it's a little bit more of an expensive box. It's I believe it's $79.99, but you know, they were kind enough to send me one, which is great. I can tell you that after everything is said and done, I will continue this subscription myself. And there's a lot of reasons why. So, but I'm going to take you from start to finish. Like I said, I already unboxed it, so I don't get to open it up and be surprised for you guys on film. But the first thing that you get when you open it up is the marketing materials. And so you know, open up the box and open it up, and you'd see that in this particular box, they put in some paperwork on the American Heart Association and how much they support this organization as a company. So I thought that's really nice that they let you know that they're giving back. You're spending money with them, so in essence, you're giving back too. So that's that. Every box has like the equivalent of like the FABFITFUN newsletter. In the inside pages, it talks about your box and it talks about the value and each product individually, how much they're worth, and what the box's total is. So this particular box, the total value is between $373 and $393, just depending on the selection of items, because some of them are staples in the box, everybody gets them, and then some of them aren't. So in this winter box, 2017, you get the BB Dakota Poncho in a selection of either black, charcoal, or mulberry. As you can see, I'm wearing the charcoal, and this one retails for $70. The next thing in the box is the Ahava Mineral Hand Cream, retail price $33. Then, and you know, I've used this brand often, but I haven't ever heard anybody say it. So it's spelled D-O-U-C-C-E. So it's either Douce or Deuce. I don't think it's Deuce. But you know, my potty mind automatically goes to douche. So I'm going to go with Douce. But it's the Freematic Eyeshadow Pro Palette, and they pick one, either the smoky or the nude. I got the smoky, so I was really, really thrilled about that. Homemade by Ayesha Curry ceramic mug, and they had one of 3 different styles involved in this box. I got the pink one, and you'll see what it is in a minute. That retails for $16. Kate Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Exfoliating Treatment. That's $75 for that bottle. It's either Point or Pointe, Pointe, Studio Aloe Infused Cozy Socks. Those retail for $19, and it's in one of 3 colors, either charcoal, rose, or blue. Then you have Grace and Stella Anti-Wrinkle Energizing Eye Masks for $16, and it's, I believe, a pack of 8. Then it was 8 Other Reasons 9 Lives Choker in silver or rose gold color. That retails for $58. Then it was either Fitness Ball or Deep Sleep Pillow Spray. I got the Deep Sleep Pillow Spray. And then, or you got Nelson J. Beverly Hills Moisture Healing Hair Mask. The Deep Sleep Pillow Spray retails for $29. So it appears that I got, if I'm looking at this correctly, it looks like I got the $393 box. So then the magazine just kind of takes you through how to use the product, what each one is, like a bigger breakdown. It shows you how to do some different looks. It gives you tips on different looks for the season and for your eye shape, and just kind of more information, a bigger breakdown of every product that's in here. So I just really thought that that was really neat. They're not just sending you a bunch of crap and, you know, you can decide what to do with it, or, you know, rifle through it and, you know, throw away half of it because you have no idea how to use it. This is sort of like the manual to using everything that you get. So it's sort of their little investment to making sure that you get the most out of your product. And I really think that's cool. This particular one has a contest. If you do an unboxing, like I am, or like I did, but we're going to call this an unboxing, you can tag them in it and potentially win a $2,400 trip to Miami, Florida, and $1,000 in free goodies, a mega box with beauty, fashion, fitness, and lifestyle products in it. So super cool. I really like that extra added touch of having the breakdown of everything right there. You can just read through it. So I'm going to go through each product. I'm going to save my poncho here for last, but I'm going to go through each product and tell you about each one of them and what I thought. And we'll start with the Ahava Dead Sea Water Mineral Hand Cream. I know Ahava is a really good quality product. I've used Ahava before, but I have not used this product. The first thing that I noticed about this when I first used it was that, number one, it's neutral. It's not overly feminine and it's not overly masculine. It's a very neutral fragrance that's good for both. It reminds me when I smell it of like being in a high-end salon. It's a lot of that like really sort of, I mean, like they said, it's mineral, right? It's like a very minerally smell to it. It kind of smells like seawater or like salt, like sort of like a briny salt air, which is really nice. Definitely man-friendly, definitely female-friendly. So, but the first thing you notice when you put it on is that it kind of feels a little waxy, and initially that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, no pun intended. But then as I was doing my unboxing, I noticed that it didn't stay that way. It didn't feel greasy after a few minutes, and it absorbed completely into my hands. It's really, really high intensity moisturizer, and I'm really excited to actually have my husband, Daddy Guyver, for any of you that follow us completely, do a full review of it, because he's the one that really struggles with, chronically dry skin. I don't have such dry skin problems as he does, but especially in the wintertime, he has a really, really hard time staying moisturized. So that's going to come in handy. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's the special size limited edition. It's a bigger bottle. They give you a big bottle. So that was meaningful to me. The fact that you're not just getting some like little piddly thing that you fall in love with and you don't have any extra. This is going to give you the whole bottle. I mean, this will last you a long time. So that was that product. And then we move into the Douce, I hope, Douce eye palette. And when you open it up, first of all, they give you the compact, which is really nice. I've used this product before. Allure sends me their box, and in the box they give you once every quarter a new refill. So you'll see in here that there's individual, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Individual eyeshadows. So Allure was sending me one of these, and so the compact itself is magnetized, and you just pop it out, and if you've got a whole bunch of these, you can just put in there whatever whatever it is that you want to carry with you, and so that you don't have to have like 9 palettes with you. So this one has the 8 colors and then the highlighter along with it. So the compacts are usually pretty expensive, and this is a really good quality product that I've used before. It's very silky, very not powdery in the sense that it like crumbles, but it glides on very nicely. It stays for quite a long time. So I was really happy to see it's like an old friend in a box revisiting, right? So I have other colors that I've received from other boxes and programs. So it's nice that I have like this, kind of expansive collection now, because they give you 8 full-sized shadows and then a highlighter. So this is definitely a win. Something that I haven't tried yet, but I've been really excited to talk about, is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Kate. This is not cheap stuff. Kate Somerville, it has a good reputation from what I understand from my dermatologist and my esthetician. And what I noticed about this was, like I said, I haven't used this yet. I'm a big exfoliating person, and I'm just trying to get through my other exfoliator before I start really digging into this one, but I will review this separately. This reminds me of Christmas. It's kind of got like a woodsy scent to it, and there's 2 different types of like cinnamon extract or oil in here. So you get that sort of, not cinnamon in the sense of like big red gum, but cinnamon in the sense of like smelling the actual cinnamon stick, like the bark. It's got a lot of that bark, like real earthiness to it. So also something that I'm looking forward to using, because of the fact that it's not medicinal. I really am not a fan of the super medicinal scents in skincare. For example, the Dr. Jart Ceramidin cream that my husband reviewed, I was the one that received the sample, and I couldn't review it because I could not stand the scent of it. So it's really, really refreshing to me when skincare has I would even take it fragrance, like florally, before I would take that really medicinal pharmaceutical scent to it. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to using. I've heard it gets great reviews, and I do exfoliate really often. I don't do it every single day, but I do it probably twice a week. And the reason I do it is, first of all, I'm 37. I'm lucky enough that I don't have any wrinkles, but I have lost quite a bit of weight. So I do have some sagging skin issues. I mean, I'm also aging. I have aging skin, but my skin is recovering really nicely from the weight loss. I've lost almost 70 pounds, and I have about 20 more to go. But I exfoliate frequently because exfoliation, as the experts will tell you, it stimulates blood cells. It stimulates blood flow and stimulates the regrowth of fresh skin cells. So you're sloughing off the dead skin, and you're just removing all of that stuff that ages you. So you're stimulating your skin's collagen and the sort of like bounce back, the youthfulness of it. So I exfoliate twice a week to keep that sort of like healthy glow, and to hopefully never have to worry about massive wrinkle issues, and to kind of just help my skin really recover from all of the weight loss. And it is working. I mean, I definitely see a lot of changes in my face since I've started exfoliating frequently. So if you're kind of going through the same thing, you have aging skin, you have some skin concerns, just remember to exfoliate. So really, really excited to try that. The next product was the Deep Sleep Pillow Spray by This Works. And I remember reading the ingredient list and thinking that it doesn't smell entirely like the ingredient list says. It's got vetiver, lavender, and chamomile. And I can definitely smell the lavender, and I can smell the chamomile to some extent, but it's more not so much the blossom, it's more the leaves to me. But it has sort of like an undertone of almost like sandalwood. It's a little earthier than when you think of lavender and chamomile, you think of these buds. This is a deeper, earthier, woodsier smell. And I'm not much for pillow sprays. I don't sleep very frequently. I only sleep a few hours a night. But when I do, I go to sleep and I kind of like pass out. Where my little guy, my 18-month-old, he thinks that he's in college and he wants to be up all night with me. And he has a really hard time going to sleep and staying asleep. He wakes up still in the middle of the night. And I've noticed that using a pillow spray has been helping him, because he kind of just snuggles in. I don't know if he's used to just maybe the way I smell and like smelling a fragrance on me, but I do notice that he'll roll over and kind of snuggle into his pillow and sniff it a little bit and go to sleep. So I've been using this on his on his pillow and on his blanket, and it's been helping actually quite a bit. It's very soothing. It's very mellow. It's a very rounded, mellow, woodsy, and lightly lavender scented product. So this is definitely going to be a repeat in our house. Maybe not for me, but definitely for my little guy. So if you have issues relaxing at night or staying asleep, I would definitely recommend this product. I was really happy to see it in there. The next thing in the box was the anti-wrinkle energizing eye masks. You guys, I'm addicted to these things. I've tried most major brands, and I actually have a manufacturer making some for me because we're considering bringing them into the mommy shop, because I do think that they tend to be a little bit more overpriced than they should be. Usually they are collagen, hyaluronic acid, something to that effect. These gold ones tend to have the 24 karat gold powder in them. They say that gold stimulates, facial cells, again, just like everything else on the market. I don't know how, viable or realistic it is, but I do use these really frequently. Don't ever just drop by my house because probably these will be on my face. I use them 2 or 3 times a week, and not this brand yet. I haven't used this brand yet, but I also don't have fine lines or wrinkles under my eyes yet. And again, 37, so that's kind of a thing. I also hydrate quite a bit. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I do things to keep that away, but I am kind of addicted to these things because they're very nourishing and soothing. And, I wake up and I've got like puffy eyes, and if they're super puffy, then these go on before I go about my day. One of the perks from working from home is that, I can kind of sit around with a face mask on all day and nobody but my husband has to see me. So he's already got me, so it's not like he can run away scared, right? But there's 8 of them in this pack for $16. I will do another review when I try these out, which will probably be after this video. So I'm excited about those. Then there was this necklace, and I'm going to show you the card. I actually removed it from the card, but this is 8 other things, and it's the Everybody Has Reasons. It says, for the lovers, for the dreamers, and for all the right reasons, 8 other reasons. So it's a really cool concept behind the brand, but I'll tell you that out of the entire box, this was the one thing I was most disappointed with. Not that it didn't hold up, or that I just felt that for the retail price that they asked for it of I think it was $58, it seemed quite overpriced to me. When you zoom in, I'm going to try to get, I don't think it's going to let me zoom in for you there, but it's sort of like those little pop bead looking keychain, like texture to it, where it's like the keychain that you pop off with the little metal snap at the end. I just felt that this kind of looked, it's not as chintzy looking as like something you would get from Claire's, but I just felt that it didn't really look or feel like the retail price of it. So, this was sort of like the kitschy thing that they added into the box last minute is how I looked at it. It's not something I think I would buy for $58. That, it's a choker, but then it extends sort of like to here. But it doesn't, like, I feel like it almost needs to go just a little bit longer. And they kind of missed the boat on that too. So, if you get one of these boxes and this is in there, I think you'll understand what I'm saying. If you're into costume jewelry, you might not be as unthrilled with it as I was. Unthrilled, that's my new word. I don't want to say unhappy, but, sort of just dissatisfied. I just felt like this was sort of like, I could give or take this. This was the one thing in the box that I was not really psyched about. The next thing that we got was the mug, the Love You a Latte mug. And this is super cute. I mean, it's the right size, right? Like in the magazine that they give you, they also give you recipes for different, like they give you like a hot sangria recipe and a hot cocoa recipe. And this is like the perfect size mug for hot cocos. And, it's cold. Any of you that live like, I'm in the Chicagoland area, it's cold, it's chilly, the handle fits your whole hand. You can kind of, snuggle up with it. It's not one of these like little, chintzy handles. It's a nice big mug with a nice hefty handle. And I have big hands. I wear like when I buy my gloves, it's usually like a woman's large. So, I mean, I have larger hands. So, but my hands fit in there nicely and it's cute. I could give or take this one just because I have so many mugs and I really don't need another mug, but it is super cute and I'm probably going to use it, and I'm probably going to love it because I do love it a latte. It's really sweet. And then the other items that were in the box I'm actually wearing right now. So the socks on my feet, okay? These socks are probably definitely my favorite thing. One of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing in this box. They're super, super fluffy and soft. I don't know if you guys can see like how squishy and just like, oh my God, these are awesome. I was really stoked about these. And you know, color wise, I tend to not buy things that are super trendy. Like I do have some bright clothes, but I generally tend to stay like towards more neutrals, you know, black, gray. And then I incorporate accessories that are a little bit brighter to sort of make me not look like I'm going to a funeral. But I love, you know, when I'm lounging around, I can't talk today. When I'm lounging around my house, I really like grays because I mean, it's just gray feels like cozy to me, like flannel, right? This has got that very like embracing, fluffy softness to it. And I think the gray color just kind of accentuates it. So I was really psyched to see these, and they're also aloe infused. In the magazine, they talk to you about how to wash them, so you can get, I think it's like up to 28 or 30 uses out of them, to keep still keep the aloe inside. So again, here they are on my feet, my giant feet. Excuse me, I'm fighting something. I really, really love these socks, and as soon as I got these, I went online and I ordered a bunch more, and they're not cheap. I mean, I think they said they were $16 a pair. Probably my favorite item in the entire box. I live on the water in a very old house, and we have sort of an antiquated radiator system where we don't have radiators like you would think like a radiator, but we have the heater downstairs heats water, and then the water comes up through like these pipes, and then the pipes radiate the heat through the floor radiation. I keep saying that. The floor radiating device. I don't speak heater. And so it's one of those systems that sort of like creaks and pops and pings. But what happens is that it kind of pushes the hot air like this, and the floors are always really cold. I probably have 50 pair of slippers, and I never wear them. And a little secret about me is that I have stinky feet. My feet are always sweating, and I've noticed that I end up just kind of throwing away slippers all the time. So when it's cold out, I've stopped really wearing slippers unless we have guests or I have to, walk outside or something briefly, or like, onto our patio. Do I ever really wear slippers? I tend to wear socks. And if they are dirty, I just take them off and throw them in the wash and go get another pair of socks. I have hundreds and hundreds of socks. And that's just sort of been, my evolution of how to handle my feet. My feet are always, they sweat really, really easily. So slippers don't necessarily work for me. So it was really nice to have these big fluffy socks because they sort of serve that purpose where they are thicker than a regular sock. They're almost slipper-like in thickness, and they're fluffy and cozy. And they really, even on the inside, they're very fuzzy inside. So you just got to try them. Like, I can't believe I'm going on for like 5 minutes about socks, but I really like these socks. So if there's anything in this box that you have to buy, it's the socks. And then I'm wearing the BB Dakota Poncho. Now this is really interesting for me. So before this box came, I was really considering buying a poncho of some sorts. Not for the trend value of it, because I've never tried on a poncho. I've never worn a poncho. I can't see myself in a poncho, and here I am wearing a poncho. I was thinking about it because I travel quite a bit, and when I get on planes, I'm either insanely hot or insanely cold, and I usually bounce between the two. The fluctuation in the air and people turning the air blowers on and off. Like I don't like planes. So if I wear a hoodie, I have to like worry about taking it, putting it on, taking it off, putting it, and I just noticed that I'm like bumping my husband or the person next to me, and it's kind of awkward. Plus, sometimes you don't want to just be so casual. You want to be just a little bit more dressed up. Not that a poncho is the dressiest thing, but I definitely think that this is a little bit more, I don't want to say like acceptable, but it's a little bit more, how do you call it? I mean, it's just not as casual as a hoodie, I guess. So, and everybody's doing ponchos right now. The Burberry ponchos are like everywhere. And I felt like this feels like a cashmere or an alpaca. but it's not. It's actually a synthetic blend, but it's really soft in the fibers. I don't know if you can see all those like little fibers. It's sort of very woolen in texture, but it's really soft. It's very, very cuddly. And I was so glad that I waited. I don't need more than one poncho. And this is definitely going to serve that need for me. I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I got it in this box. It's the right color for me. I love grays. So this was worth it. I mean, this by itself was worth it for me. You know, in the booklet, they tell you how to accessorize it and put a belt on. And I'm not a belt person. I'm all boobs and butt. So there's like literally this much space between my bra strap and my hips. I have no torso whatsoever. So for me to put a belt on, it just kind of goes like, oh, look, she's got giant boobs. Oh, look, she's got a giant butt. But it doesn't really do anything to accentuate it. It just kind of looks like fat girl in like, you know, sausage casing. Like it doesn't look right on me. So, you know, it goes, oh, Christina's got a Kim Kardashian butt. Like, sorry, Kim, I'm not really a fan of having a giant butt. So I don't want to accentuate those body flaws. To me, not that your body's flawed, but to me, it's not something that I prefer. I'm working on making it smaller, not making it bigger. So you won't see me wearing a belt with this, and it just sort of like, you know, falls over you. So for those of you that have never had a poncho or don't understand what this is, essentially it's a blanket. And I'm gonna hold it up and I can show you, but it's like a blanket that has a V cut into the neck, and it's sort of like a T shape by the time the V is cut in, and you just put it on with the, you know, the peak of the V in the back of your neck, and then it sort of just comes over your arms. And I really didn't think that this was going to be a thing for me, because I kind of felt like when I first put it on that I kind of look like Clint Eastwood, right? Like I'm in like a Western movie, and this isn't really my jam with the stripes and stuff normally. But as I've been wearing it, I'm finding that I'm wearing this thing all around the house. It's cold. It's 30 degrees outside. I live on the water, so on top of it, we get this like gross water, like chilling, like, you know, freeze your boogers in your nose cold. And, you know, it comes through the walls. I mean, it doesn't, I live in a brick house. I live in a very, very finely built brick house, and it just, I mean, it like ekes through your windows. So you could just walk past the window and get this chill. And this is just such a cozy thing. It's like a Snuggie without being lame. Sorry, Snuggie. I really am just going to go on and on about this. So I'm going to stop myself. But I'm going to say that if there's anything in this box, if I have to pick my top 3 things in this box, it would be this poncho, the socks, and the Ahava cream. And that's only really because I haven't been able to try the Kate Somerville yet. Pillow spray, as much as I like it, I'm sure there's other pillow sprays that I personally like better out there. I didn't need another mug, but it's adorable. And I do very much like the palette. The eye masks, I think that, you know, they're probably gonna be great, but I have a lot of them too. So if I had to just say that 3 things were worth the price of the box, it would be the poncho, the socks, and the Ahava cream. But the fact that I loved the mug, and I really will use the pillow spray for my son, and, you know, this compact just adds to my makeup collection from this brand already that I already love. The only thing that I wasn't thrilled with was the necklace out of everything. So that, for the $40 that with a coupon code, you get it for $40, the whole box. It was totally worth it. And it was really kind of a surprise. I didn't cheat. I didn't go look to see what was in my box before it came. I waited for it to come, and I just kind of held my breath, and I was really very pleased with it. So once this goes live, I know that the company is going to give me a coupon code that's generated for my readers and my listeners, which is awesome. So keep checking back in the comments, and I will post the code just as soon as I get it. And if you want to try it out, I'd really appreciate you giving a thumbs up and subscribing. We're going to be doing a lot more product reviews on this channel also. So it's my first vlog, guys. I hope it wasn't super boring, but yeah, just stick around. I'll get that coupon code up for you, and then I'll review the products individually also. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope when you decide to try a FabFitFun that you think of me and you remember that, you know, this is a totally different box. Like, I really was very surprised with it, and I really hope that when you try it too, you will be just as pleased with it as I was. So thanks, you guys. I will talk to you on the next vlog. Bye.